together on the 10-year action plan to help Kenya get even further ahead of the competition on tech and innovation.
Thank you very much. Let's appreciate her with a round of applause. Mandisa, I'll come to you now. The UNDP recently supported the mapping of Kenya's innovation ecosystem. I've shared some of the data in my intro, which provides a deep dive into Kenya's startup ecosystem space. Perhaps you can just share with us some of your observations from that mapping.
Well, I think a critical issue for all of us is addressing the youth unemployment in the country. So getting that statistics that shows that as much as we're saying Kenya is the heart of innovation, we really need to make sure the youth have the space, the support to be able to get there in terms of employability and also impacting on the sustainable development goals. So really our priority is to make sure that the youth are better engaged in innovation. You can also see from the mapping that 46% of the incubation centers are in Nairobi out of the full mapping. So we want to make sure that we are getting these services out to the counties, the support, the technical capacity development, and that's why we think it's so important having partnered with Kenya to also have this outlook report that helps us to monitor progress on an annual basis from now on.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Mandisa. Your Excellency, sir, I'll come to you now. As Chipukizi has just mentioned, your administration has brought a new shift in the way we celebrate Jamhuri Day. We're kicking off Jamhuri Day celebrations with a week-long innovation week. Perhaps you can just tell us what is informing this new thought process and what we should be expecting going forward.
This is not just about the Innovation Week. It's about the whole of government, whole of society approach to doing things differently and recognizing the advantages that we have in the digital space or the technology space. Three things that I could say. When we went around Kenya to ask the people of Kenya what their priorities were, many young people across this nation wanted access to the internet. They saw an opportunity in the digital space, and that is why we are going to invest 40 billion Kenya shillings to roll out 100,000 kilometers of new fiber so that we can cause internet to be in 29,000 schools, 26,000 markets, and ensure that every home that is connected to electricity is also connected to internet. And we have 8.5 million homes. That is to respond to what young people told us across Kenya. Secondly, is to leverage on technology to deal with the challenge of our time. Deal with the challenge of unemployment as we see the obvious opportunity there is to create jobs, to get more young people access the internet, use their talent, knowledge, and expertise to create the future, as has been said here, and to innovate, to give us new startup companies, give the ideas. I have gone through the exhibition here, and it is amazing to see the kind of innovation that young people are fashioning and tackling challenges of our time using technology. And much more importantly, we have focused our Jamhuri Day, our Independence Day, because it's an important national day, and we want to profile it as an innovation Jamhuri, because really that is the space that makes sense to the majority of Kenyans at this point in time. Innovation, technology, internet connectivity, digital economy, that's the space that makes sense to the majority of Kenyans, 60–70% of them who are young people. And in conclusion, to say that beyond the celebrations we are having, we are building the infrastructure, and so that we can scale up startups, we can support startups. As you've heard in the statistics, many of them are still in the formative stages. We are going to have a startup bill taken to Parliament early January so that we can have a startup fund that will support innovation, that will de-risk our young people who are working on their innovation, so that there is a fund that we can leverage on, work with other partners to ensure that there is sufficient resources for young people to take a risk on the ideas they have, on the innovations they have, and so that we can use the startup fund to be able to make those innovations a reality, scale them up, and make them full-blown businesses.
Thank you very much, Your Excellency. We know you have to rush off somewhere else as part of the celebration, so we'd like to thank you for making time. I'll hand it over very quickly to CEO Dr. Omwansa for the launch of the Kenya Innovation Outlook Report, very quickly, and then we'll close the panel.
So like I did say, what we can't measure, we really can't determine the progress of it. So as a National Innovation Agency, consistently on an annual basis, we'll be releasing a National Innovator Outlook. We try to gather as much data as possible about the progress we're making. A fund, for example, is a classic example. How does that translate to a better society? So I will invite the head of state. We hope that by June in the new year, we will have designed the 10-year master plan that we would want the head of state to launch, that will supports the cross-ministerial thinking about where we want to be 10 years down the road. And unless you set a clear target that really capitalizes on your strengths, you don't achieve as much. So we will be inviting you for that opportunity. For now, I'd like to invite the cabinet secretaries and the PSS present. We rise up and take a photo of the Kenya National Innovation Outlook 2022.
A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause. Thank you. Another round of applause, ladies and gentlemen, as His Excellency makes his way to his seat with the panelists. Thank you very much. Thank you, Your Excellency. Your Excellency, today marks the beginning of a new look of Jamhuri Day celebrations, and we want to thank you for gracing this occasion. Your Excellency, with the gracious permission, allow me now to invite Honorable Ababu Namwamba, the CS Youth Affairs, Sports and Arts, to take us through the remaining part of the program. CS.
Your Excellency, President of the Republic of Kenya, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, Cabinet Secretaries, present here, the Principal Secretary for Youth Affairs, Mr. Made, Ambassadors, High Commissioner, my very good friend, Balozi, Jen Marriott, board chairpersons and members, the CEO of the Kenya National Innovation Agency, distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, It is an honor to join you here at the Kenya National Innovation Week, which is hosted by the Ministry of Youth Affairs, Sports and the Arts through the Kenya Innovation Agency, Kenya. This Innovation Week serves as a build-up to Jamhuri Day, whose theme is centered on tech and innovation. Ladies and gentlemen, I also take this opportunity to welcome our chief guest, His Excellency, the President, and other distinguished guests from across the globe who have joined us here today. And I particularly want to, if we are to achieve Goal 9 of the SDGs, which seeks to build resilient infrastructure, promote inclusive and sustainable industrialization, and foster innovation, then we will unleash the dynamic and competitive economic forces that generate employment and income. Your Excellency, this year's theme of the Innovation Week, connecting innovations locally. You know, when I first saw this word, Your Excellency, I thought someone had made a typographical error. But then I was educated that is an innovative way of connecting local and global. So it's locally. This aims to recognize innovations by young people, researchers and startups, locally and internationally. This is in line with the Kenya Kwanza Manifesto, Your Excellency, which commits to advancing innovation in Kenya. And as you have correctly said, we roamed across the length and breadth of the Republic. We listened to the people, and it was so clear that there is an innovation angle to every aspect of the economy, to every aspect of development. There is an innovation angle to agriculture. There's an innovation angle to healthcare. There's an innovation angle to sports. Every aspect of our life has an innovation angle, and we are unleashing the full potential, the full extent of that. Your Excellency, we are also announcing a collaboration between the Kenya National Innovation Agency and Huawei Technologies, Kenya, Company Limited. And we do hope that when this collaborative framework is concluded, it will be able to drive innovative 5G and advanced connectivity solutions between Kenya and Huawei Technologies, Kenya. And as the CEO indicated, once that is ready, Your Excellency, we will properly brief you and walk the journey together with us through Kenya. Let me also announce that we have made a decision, Your Excellency, as a ministry and as Kenya, to bid to host the 2023 Commonwealth Innovation Week. And so we are looking forward to bringing to Nairobi innovators across the 56 members of the Commonwealth from across the globe. It is now my singular honor, privilege, and pleasure to invite His Excellency, the President of the Republic, to address us. Your Excellency, sir.
Thank you very much, Ababu. Please, let's take our seats. Thank you very much. Sorry. Sorry. Your Excellency, British High Commissioner, my friend Jane Marriott, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, good evening. Is it evening? So, good. Thank you very much. I am truly, truly happy having gone through what I saw in the exhibition. I'm honored to be part of a very timely event of tremendous importance for our country's journey to economic transformation, industrialization, and competitive productivity. The pursuit of shared prosperity and the enhanced well-being of our people requires us to urgently